Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be doing a series that are going to work for this time of year, but if you are watching the replay, obviously you're energetically able to put yourself here no matter where you are to kind of come back in time and do the clear out if you need to. So what we're going to be doing is taking advantage of the window that we have right now, big energy portal coming up with the solstice. We've just passed the eclipse. We've got the full moon in Gemini, which is last night for us. And so we're kind of like, well, we're in it. We're in it. A lot of people have been saying they've been really exhausted this week, or they've been feeling some body symptoms. That's great. To me, I'm like, woohoo, yes, let's feel it, because what that means is that we are getting our body ready for the next amount of energy that's coming in to kind of elevate us, support us, and kind of, so it's like you just want to allow your body to rest right now, allow your body to kind of go through that process and not kind of fight it too much. And just knowing, consider it an upgrade. Your body needs the upgrade to be able to handle that amount of light and energy that's coming through. So we're going to go through a series of Kundalini and light language. So if you're not familiar, Kundalini, I use it with light language to create space in the body. It's a series of exercises that are super powerful at shifting your energy, and often we can shift your energy in about 3 minutes. So it's a really powerful way to kind of reset yourself in a new way. And with Kundalini, there's lots of different ways and lots of different exercises and kriyas that we use to create shifts. So these ones today are really in mind with cleaning out, clearing out, and then charging you up as well. And then we also then use light language. So if anyone's not familiar with the light language, then sounds like gobbledygook, does not matter. Your mind can be like, oh my God, what is this? But your body, the cells of your body and your soul are receiving the messages from the universe. And then I may also get some messages as well. In which case, because I've got a foster cat at the moment, Crystal's on the floor because she's got her own one. She likes batting around, so we've just got to get those quickly. Okay, little one today. So we are going to, just because we're using Kundalini Yoga, and also it's a really nice way to just kind of set the session, we're going to tune in using the Kundalini mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So this is an opportunity for you to kind of call in your higher self, to kind of make sure that your higher self is the most present part of you today, rather than your ego, your inner child kind of running the show. So you're going to bring your hands into prayer position, lightly pressing them at the chest and lightly pressing them together, closing the eyes. And just first taking a big, deep inhale, breathing in kind of your soul essence. And just breathing out anything that's been on your mind today, this week, this month. Now tuning in Om Namo Gurudev Namo. If you know it, join in. If you don't, you can either have a go. The intention is a big part of this, or you can allow us to do it for you. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep inhale, hold the breath. Double checking higher self is present, that you are fully in this, ready for open channel, receiving the energy, the light, and exhale. And now we're going to use the protection mantra. Just like to imagine 4 white pillars of light going from the floor to the universe. First at my right, behind me, left and the front, creating 4 pillars of protection as we chant. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Take a deep inhale, hold the breath. Now imagining those 4 bright white pillars of light swirling together overhead, creating an energy dome of protection over you, over our group. and exhale. Okay, so for the just a quick note, I know we've got a couple of people probably resting right now. So for any of the exercises, the Kundalini exercises, you are like, I cannot, I don't want to, adapt for yourself. If it feels physically too much, then just take it down, long, slow, deep breath. If you're on the first 3 days of your cycle, you're pregnant, or you have any heart conditions, then just when I ask you to do breath of fire, then just to take a long, slow, deep breath instead. Everything else you should be good to receive. So we're going to do a life nerve stretch. This is a really great way to kind of activate the whole body, kind of wake us up, but also just kind of like get us in alignment and attunement. So you're going to have your legs out, stretched out to the side. Woo. So everyone's going to be different in terms of how much, you know, movement you've got here, how far you can go down. Just do what's comfortable for your body. And what we're going to be doing is inhaling the arms overhead, and then we're going to be inhaling up and then exhaling down to the left, then inhaling up, exhaling down to the right. And as you're inhaling up, just think to yourself, sat. And as you're exhaling down, you're going to think to yourself, nam. So we are here for 3 minutes. It's probably a little bit longer with this one, but just going to join in here. We're just using this to clear the aura. Sat on the inhale, nam on the exhale, just mentally chanting it. You should be feeling a nice stretch down the back of the thighs. That's your life nerve stretch, and we really want to activate this. And as you're going, I want you to kind of know you're clearing your aura. So you're coming up, when you're coming up there, kind of consider it like a cleanup. Any sort of density of your energy that's in your way, you're going to clear it out now. And just keep going. You're going to go at your own pace. Sat on the inhale, nam on the exhale, inhaling up, exhaling down. And it's kind of like mentally give yourself permission to clear the debris of this year. Those stresses, any trauma, any losses, you're just going to kind of work to cleaning up the aura right now. Keep going. And now I want you to use this as a way to send blessings. So first, send blessings to yourself. You're just blessing your body and for everything it's got you through this year. And now sending blessings to the people in your life. Now sending blessings to your home. Now sending blessings to your workplace, whether that's at home, in an office, outdoors. Now sending blessings to the earth. Now sending blessings to the universe. And now I want you to think back to a time in your life that wasn't great. I want you to bring the memory up, and you're just going to clear it out with this movement. So I want you to watch that memory like it's a scene in the movie. So you're watching it without attachment, just paying attention, seeing what's going on, and just using this energy to clear it. Now I want you to go to something that you're going through right now and put the energy, the prana, the life force over it. Energize that situation for your highest and best good. Clear it, clean it, lighten it. And now I want you to pull this energy into the body even more fully. And as those exhales, a bigger exhale, exhaling out any tension, exhaling out any fear that you've been going through that may have settled in places in the body. Tell your body to relax, it's okay. Now go into the future, last part, going into the future, and bless your future. Energize, lighten, bless your future. Now inhaling up to center. Exhaling, coming forward, touching the floor. Just hold there. Pull forward some more. Inhale. Exhale, go forward a little bit more. Inhale, a little bounce. Create that life note. You should be really feeling down the back of the legs. Exhale, inhale, exhale, rising up. Okay, good job. You might want to shake out your legs a little bit there. We're going to go into the first light language now. So I just want you to take a comfortable seat, or you're welcome to lie down if that feels better for you. Basically, I'm going to go in using light language to clear any of that density. So those things that you were bringing up, anything going on this year in the past, anything we can get out of the way to really support your 2022, we're going to go in with the energy now to do that. So before you get too comfortable, just want you to tap your third eye, just giving permission for the light, the frequency, the codes, and the sound to come into the body, to transmute any density, to create and energize and motivate you for the coming year, for the coming weeks. Allow, allow, allow. And then relaxing the hands. Comfortable breath, comfortable position. So I need to think about the year you've had. And what is coming up most prominently for you. So if the good stuff, I want you to inhale it and really bring that light energy into the body. And anything negative, you're going to exhale it each time, letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. So as you're going through this kind of year emotion, thinking about different parts of the year, deciding what you want to keep and what you want the light language to take care of for you. Just long, slow, deep breaths as you're doing that. Kiana truku kitira kima kenia nana karkuti kira kama kutika kiana nana karkuti karkuti makuti kira kayana nana karkuti kira kayana kituri kina kira nana makuri kira nana karkuti kira makuri kiti kina kira nana karkuti kira makuti kira kira nana katukira kira makuti kira kiana nana karkuti kira kayana nana karkuti makuti kira kayana nana kituri kira makuti kira nana kiana tara karkuti kira makuti nana karkuti kira kayana nana karkuti makuti kira nana karkuti Kia nana kutikrigo to moyena nana kutikrigo mokutikrigo nana kutikrigo to mokoyera tikitokena kikitara kanigana nana kutira kamukutiki kotera nana kutikito mokutikrigo to kera nana kutikria yana nana kutikrigo moyera takito kitokena nana kutikrigo tikria kitunake nana krakatera mokutikrigo tikra mokutikrigo mokutikri kera makoyera to mokutikri kira to mokoyera. So as you're going, I want you to now kind of really focus on those memories where you gave your power away in whatever way. Maybe it was out of necessity, maybe it was out of fear, maybe it was out of ignorance or lack of understanding. It's just kind of bringing those up and allowing the energy to take them away so that you have a more powerful, greater support, greater strength in the solar plexus. And then just to kind of hold out the hands for a moment, just activating the hands. And now placing the hands on the solar plexus around the belly button and just kind of breathing in that strength, that inner strength that you have had throughout the year, but you will serve you to have bucket loads more of in the coming year. Kiana na karakoiti kana karapamukutu kurakete na karagira mokira takina karatona mukutu ke kana gira tana makorira tara kamukuti kurakete na ke kuitiri kamukoira takaka ya mukutu ke yana yana na kahaya. Taking an inhale here, holding the breath, allow, allow, allow. Just notice, pay attention. Do you feel lighter? Can you feel some of that density is gone from the body? Just notice what's different. And exhale. So we're going to do Kirtan Kriya now. So an opportunity with the full moon in Gemini is to clear any trauma around speaking your truth. So we're going to be doing a little bit around the truth, a little bit around kind of where we've been holding ourselves back. So we're going to use Kirtan Kriya, which is using the mantra, the Kundalini mantra, Satnam. And Satnam is calling in the vibration of your truth. And Kirtan Kriya, we're going to use it uses Sa, Ta, Na, Ma as the four sounds that we're calling in, which together is making that Satnam sound. And then as we're going to be doing it, we're going to do 3 different ways that we're going to do it. We're here for 6 minutes in this one. So we're going to do, some of you may have done this with me before. We're going to do 1 minute where we're going to sing Satanama together. We're going to do 1 minute where we're going to do a loud whisper. And we're going to do 2 minutes where we're mentally chanting it, then back to 1 minute loud whisper, 1 minute singing. The really great thing about Kirtan Kriya is those connect to all the parts and the levels of us being here. So when we are singing, we're connecting into our human selves. When we are doing the loud whisper, we're connecting into our need for belonging, our need for love. And when we are doing the mental chant, we are connecting into the universe, into infinity. So it kind of covers off all those layers, but we're also at the same time really allowing ourselves, giving permission to call in our truths and to then embody them as well. So as we're doing Kirtan Kriya, you're actually going to be using your hands as well. So when you're doing Sa, your index fingers go together, Ta, Na, Ma. So it'll go Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, and you'll just follow my lead as we're going. What we're doing with this is every time we're tapping, you're kind of really kind of popping them together, not just kind of a gentle. We're actually kind of working in the neural pathways, creating new neural pathways. We're actually sending an electromagnetic charge to the brain, which is supporting and serving us right now. So we're here for 6 minutes. So if you want to close your eyes and just joining in. So 1 minute loud, 1 minute whisper, 2 minutes mentally chant, keeping the fingers going the whole time, back to whisper, back to loud, following my lead. Okay, let's go. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Whisper. Mentally chant. Whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sing Satanama, 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 Satanama. Last one. Satanama. Inhale, holding the breath. Really allowing that vibration out of your body, out to the universe. The confidence that you can handle whatever comes back. And exhale. Now, comfortable breath, comfortable position to receive more light language. What I want you to do though is to just kind of, before you close your eyes, is just take a look at the people that are participating today, and we're going to create an energy circle together. So maybe just kind of fix your mind on a couple of people that you're imagining to your left and to your right, and just kind of connecting and plugging your energy into that person. And then we're all just going to connect our energy and And we're creating a flow of energy going in a clockwise direction through the group. And every cycle that it goes around, touching all these different places around the world, popping in, touching, and moving on, it's amplifying. And then with the light language, I'm going to then kind of amplify the energy that you send out, you're going to receive back tenfold. Closing the eyes, hands open, ready to receive, sending energy and knowing that it's coming back to you tenfold. Kiati kene karanana kuyu tiki kene mokuri nana kurkuti kiti kene nana kurkuiti ne karati mokui kana nana kurkuiti kuyi nana kurkuyi tara kakata ne mokui nana kurkuti kene maurita kaketori nana kitu mokui tarki kuyi nana ka kana nana kurkuti kene katta kakator mokui kene tara mokui kene mokui tukati kene kara mokui kurkuti kene ay nana kakaya kana nana kurkuiti kene nana kurkuti kene mokui kene tara kuki nana kurketta kamukoira nana kurkutti kiragana kaya nana kurkutti kirakatti kamukoira nana nigartutti kaya nana karamukuttu kokira to kinigara taramukoira takamukira kia nana karakatti kamukotti kirakatti kamukotti kiragana nana kurkutti kirakatti kamukotti kiragana tanikara kamukotti kiragana kikirti namukoira taramukotti kiragana kitti kiragana nana kurkutti kirakatti kiragana kamukoira namukotti kiragana ta Kana kira to mukoti kira kira gina hitu makori kira na ira tatur kata karakan katar mukito kira kira mukoira. Kaya na no kuti kira maketu kira kira na kira tara mukoti kira katu kira kata na mukoti kira kaya na kira kuti kira mukoti kira. Kia na kira katura mukoti kira kaya na kura kuti kira katura mukoti kira na. Kaya na kira takar kutu kira mukoira takar kaya na moira takiri kira kaya mukoti kira kata kira kaya mukoti kira moira. Toki nana ratura makuti kaketu kurikadani nana kuru makaturi kitini nana kurkuir yana nana kurkuti kira makuti kira kai nana kurkuti kira makuti kira kitu kira kama yana nana kurkuti kira kai waiga tura makitu kira nana kira tara makuti kira kitu tara makuti kena yana tara makuti kira kena aitu yana nana kurkuti kira kitu kira makatu kira kama yana taka kira tara kitu yana nana kurkuti kira kira mura tane yana taka moya. So I need to imagine from the throat chakra that you have your words that are going out, the words that your truth, your real essence of your words are going out, and then it's getting weaved into that is energy from source, energy from the universe, energy from your light family, energy from my light family, just kind of weaving in that and creating almost like magic that comes out every time you speak. Yui nana kurkuti tira kana makuti kira kau nana kurkuti kira makira kira tiri kama kira kana makoira tiko ke kiana nana kurkuti kira makuti kira kitu kira nana kurkuti kira makoira kira ni kira makuti kira kira kina nana kira katu kira katiri kira kutu ira nana nana kurkuti kira makira kira nana kurkuti kira kitu kira makoira nana kurkuti kira nana katu kira mukatu kira makoira kira yuna nana kurkuti kira makuti kira nana kurkuti kira makia kira makuti kira Kianana kurkuti, anana kurkuti ramkuti kikuira troki como kuiti kukina nana kurkuti kama kuyera tarkayera takko kikera mukuti kuyana. Taking an inhale, holding the breath. Allow that energy to work its way around to support your spoken truth, to support the essence of your soul, communicating in 2022, reaching further, reaching deeper, especially for those of you with communities. And exhale. So I want you to maintain that energy flow between the group and knowing that it's a safe space for you to support, to share whatever's needed right now. So we're going to do as a truth speak is the way it came through. So we're just holding space for each other, even though we're not going to hear each other, everyone's muted, but I'm going to ask you 4 questions. And knowing that you're safe to speak your truth, I want you to speak the answer out loud and kind of let it go out into the universe. Okay? I can't hear you, no one can hear you, but you're still safe and we're still holding each other. Okay? So taking a breath, just filling into that group energy, the safety to speak, the safety of unity consciousness. And I want you to answer out loud, where have you been holding yourself back? This could be more than one thing you're saying here. So just have a little play around with where have you been holding yourself back? And then I'm trying to gauge people's lips, but I think that's maybe everybody. I want you to now just join me in a sat nam. So calling in the vibration of the group truth and the support. We're going to let that out into the universe. Sat nam. Okay, so what actions have you been afraid to take because of how you've been holding yourself back? Speak that out loud. And then calling in another Satnam. Satnam. Releasing that energy. And I want you to now answer, where are you unable to speak your truth? Just speaking that truth out into the universe. Until this point, whether it's recently, this year, last few years, where have you been unable to speak your truth? Let it go.
Recording in
And long sat nam. Sat nam. And last question, what action can you take in 2022 that allows you to reshape this pattern, to retell the story and have this block show up in a different way for you? Speaking that truth out loud, making a commitment to the universe, a commitment to the group energy.
If you give me 10 seconds, I'll show you how.
And long sat nam. Sat nam. Sat nam. So we're now going to do our last Kundalini exercise, which is called Let the Light In. So we're going to be, it's in two parts. And so the first part, we're going to have our hands out to the side with our palms facing up. And we're going to be imagining energy coming into the left palm, crossing over the shoulder, going to the right palm, and then creating a loop and coming back into the left palm. So it's almost kind of making a energy through the whole body and then going over the arc line or through the aura. And we're basically going to be creating and building a psychic shield for what's to come. We know that we're not potentially in a smooth sailing just yet. So we're going to build our strength and our reserves up for what's coming, building up this projection and kind of really powering up our auric field. And then when we finish that part, then you're going to place your hands behind the neck and under the hair. So linking the fingers under there, and then you're going to be going forward and just bringing your forehead to the ground and just kind of being in some reverence to the support that you can receive to kind of create this connection to infinity, this support from infinity. So that's what we're going to do. It'll be about 6 minutes. Hang in there. If anyone's arms are aching, you do know you can take them down, shake them, bring them back up, do what you need to do. I've done this twice in the last 2 days, so be interested to see how my arms feel. Okay, so hands out to the side. Arms are parallel to the ground. Palms are facing up, closing the eyes. And now just imagining that you're bringing the energy into the left hand, crossing over the shoulders, going into the right hand, and then going over the top in that kind of rainbow shape through the arc line, through the arch. And now you're going to do a breath of fire with this. So equal inhale and exhale through the nose, moving the navel. It doesn't need to be at my speed, but it does need to be an equal inhale and exhale. And all the while you're moving that energy from the left hand to the right and over the aura back to the left hand and creating that cycle of building that protection.
Zoom. Peaceful day.
Building that strong aura, keep going. Protecting yourself for anything that comes your way. Last 15 seconds, build it up, go deep with the breath. Inhale, push it out, push your energy out. Feel the energy moving, feel strong in your projection of your new auric field. Exhale, bringing the hands down. Now interlacing the fingers, placing them behind the neck under the hair. And then you're just going to take an inhale. I'm going to just make sure I get this right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then exhaling down. And you're going to bring your head down as far as you can. So that may be to the floor, it may not be. And then inhaling back up. And we're just into infinity, receiving the blessings. And you're going to do Sat on the inhale, mentally chanting Nam on the exhale. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Connecting back into the universe, stronger than ever. Keep going, last 15 seconds. Inhaling up. Hold the breath. Stretch into infinity. Project, project. Exhale, release the hands. And just for a moment, sit quietly and notice what's different. Now I'm going to do the last light language. So just maintaining your projection, noticing how big your auric field is now, how far and wide you are going to be amplifying your messages, amplifying your essence, amplifying your soul's mission. And I'm just going to now bring in the light, bring in the energy to deepen and amplify and expand that connection. You're welcome to keep the sense of flow going, whether that's a circle, whether that's in and around through the body, whether that's imagining an infinity sign, where you can, for as long as you can, keep that flow going to kind of like pick up the momentum and speed it up. Just being open to receive. Kitsekina nana kurukiti kittikini ranyara dana katikira kanyina mokurikiti kirigera antikirika mukakiti kirigera dana kirtakana mukatikirika yara tarakatu kitayana yangana nana kurukiti kittikirika mukitika kayana nana kurukiti mukatikirika kayana nana kurukiti kirigera dana mukatikira kayana dana kurukiti kirika yana nana karakuira tikirika mukuturiki dana karana dana kurukiti mukutikira ayana nana kiyana nana kurukiti kitukira mukatikira kana nana kurukiti mukatikira kana yara dana mukutikira kitti kirigana kiyanana karakuturam kuiratikam kutikirigayana karakutikirikam kutikirikam kuiritukana yarata kiyanana karakuyiraturam kutikiragana karakutikirkam takanamoyana karakuyirataram kutikirikuyira kiyavirana karakutikirikatram kusirana katakarakutia. Right, so asking you to imagine you're linking up, so other souls, you're linking up, you're creating kind of almost like a chain link of souls, just kind of collecting in, plugging in the souls here, the souls that you're going to pass, and just kind of really being able to very quickly identify when you're seeing that soul, and then just linking in and knowing and making this huge chain that's going to make such a difference in 2022. Kianana koira tanam kutikruina trikutina kitikina krakutana makogina and then a krakatana hattari to kuira tikutiana ida turkuya takamakutiki to Gana Haidata. Kianana krukuturiki to Kitasam Kutakina and Nakrukuti Ramkutikruitina Karamatika. Yanana Krukutika Takakatakamukuina and then a kitikata to Kuya Takatukutika Kinaya. Yatti como kitu iranda na karikot karikata kalam ko yenda na karikot direct to kena kitikena kani iranda na karikot karikata na kutu ko kini irata na kutu ko kitara kamo ki yenda na karikot karikata kakata na iranda na karikot karikamo kutikena girata kini iranda. They're asking you to store this feeling of connection. They're asking you to store kind of basking in the glow of that connection. Tu ira nirto kaya nana karokiti na mukutikiri kiti na ira tara mukutu kuiho kida ira nana karturi mukutikiri kaya ira taka mukuya ta kakena na ira nana karku ira tukitiri mukutikiri kiti ni ira nana karkutikiri kita ki ira nana karkutikiri mukukita kaya. Taking a deep, deep inhale, holding the breath. Allow the light and the energy to keep moving, keep shifting density for you, keep lining you up. To recognize connection, to recognize the glow of this connection for those of us here on our missions. And exhale. Bringing the hands into prayer position. We're going to close ourselves out with 3 long satnams, so the final time to call in our vibration of truth today. Sa. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Satnam. So I'll just share with you the messages that came through, best as I can remember them. And then if anyone wants to share their experiences, you're welcome to as well, though there's no pressure. So the first energy feels very far away right now, but it was going into the solar plexus. It feels like 4 lifetimes ago that we were there. Going into the solar plexus. Actually, it was kind of interesting. It was actually between the heart and the solar plexus. So it's kind of like the disconnect between when you are doing something that believes is heart-based, you're doing it maybe for other people, but it is out of alignment with your own power. And it's kind of like created a little bit of a wedge between the heart and the solar plexus. So once you were kind of working in that space with me, then there was a kind of an expansion. Then it was kind of like, okay, then the energy could go out and then I could stretch the energy out and kind of power up your solar plexus. So just wanting to be kind of you might have a think about where that might be meaningful for you, where maybe you've done something for somebody else, but it's been out of alignment with your beliefs or with what you wanted to do at that time. And then just to kind of like give yourself a little bit of a pep talk on how you might want to do that differently in the future, because it does create blockage in your energy field when you do that. So how are you going to manage and mitigate that in the future was coming up. Then there was the second lot of light language. I can't find my stick figure today, so I'm having to remember where everything is. So I've just got the crystals on the floor and I'm kind of like, okay, in the hands first. So kind of this activating this blue light come into the hands and activating the hands. And then it was this really cool. Then we went up to the throat chakra. Those of you that have community or are meant to be building community, whether that's through coaching or healing or your work Ruby or whatever, like however the variance of how that shows up for you, that activation of the hands was kind of a call out to other people to kind of come more into your field, to kind of recognize you when they see you. Then we went up to the throat chakra and then kind of activated up here. And that's when I ask you to weave in that sense of you speak. It's like, here's me and here's my soul's message. And then within that, weaved into that becomes the universe's messages as well, kind of almost like a strengthening of that. And then all these light codes were coming through as I was doing that as well. So it was just like all this streaming in of light codes there. So really your amplification of what you were saying. I mean, this time last year, I got this voice activation for 2021. So I knew that the voice was going to be a very important part of this year. So going forward, it's kind of like, it's really nice that we're kind of ending on this voice thing as well, just being like, okay, you've already strengthened so much, but there's still more work to do. And it's being braver with your communities, braver with your clients, braver with what you're here to do, braver with your own shadow work to get beyond this and to kind of like level up again. Then we went into the last one. So I don't remember the first bit at the moment, but I know we were sitting in, this crystal came through. It's a copper aura crystal, and it was exactly this light that came into the body and then came out of the heart space. And we were basically all kind of sitting in this light. And it was that recognition of as you're building community, as you're finding other people, that you're able to kind of that they're creating this chain, but they can see you and you can see them, and you kind of just know, like you a little bit of recognition. There's not so many needs for words anymore. It was interesting. I did a full moon last night, and there was somebody sitting on the beach, and I walked down and back to me sitting on the beach, but I just knew. I knew she was there for the full moon. And then we're like, oh, and it is like there. So it's just like that is ignited in us for a reason right now, to make it easier for us to pull our chains, put in, and then kind of like when you see, it's almost like there's not very much that needs to be done, just your openness to like connect in. So this can be challenging if you have any kind of heart vulnerabilities where you really have been closing yourself off. So this has activated the strength, to find the strength to be more vulnerable with new people, to be more open, and to kind of trust that when you recognize it, it's safe for you to kind of plug into this network, plug into these people in whatever way that's going to show up. So yeah, so pretty cool messages there. Would anyone like to share or feel comfortable sharing anything that they experienced? No pressure. You can tell me in the chat. Oh, Laura's in the chat, so I'm going to read this one. Thank you, Laura. You can have a good read in there if you want to. Oh, thanks, Laura. That's a lovely message. I'm so glad that was meaningful for you. So I would like, if anyone is open to doing it, if you made a commitment for 2022, that fourth question, how do you want to show up differently? If you want to write that in the chat, what your commitment is, if you feel comfortable doing it, then please go ahead and do so. Just as a way, so that kind of is a little bit more out there than just the spoken word that you did before. So stick it in there. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to let you know that if you're on the Gold Coast, the next full moon ceremony is on the 17th of January. So I'd love to see you there. The next kind of group one of these will probably be in 2 weeks. So I think that'll make it, because I think next week will be Christmas Day for some of you. So it'll probably be the 1st of January. So we'll do something to see in 2022. Thank you, Marla. Be more of my authentic self. Love it. And there'll also be a manifestation workshop. It'll either be the 15th or 16th of January. So if there's anyone who's open, who's interested in that, put your hand up, or I can send you information, or let me know in a DM or a chat, and I'll be doing that next year. So I love talking manifestation. It's my favorite subject. So I'm really looking forward to doing an online one of those. And then also I'll just put a shout out for myself. If anyone had a good experience in any of these sessions, I know some of you have come to more than one and would be open to leaving a review or anything, then I would be appreciative of that. I can send you the link to my Zoe Mac Energy Facebook page, or you can send me something on Instagram, or do nothing, whatever feels good. Okay, we've got Alyssa. I committed to listening to my body and honor it when it speaks to me, speaking the words that come up instead of pushing them down. Lastly, to do the things I've been afraid of doing so I can bring more magic into the world. It's with your writing. Good. Cool. I like it. And how do I say it? Borska. Pursuing a career path that is more aligned with who I really am. I love that. I love that. So this is that alignment is really great. And Rebecca wants to be unapologetic about what I do, my viewpoint, my past, my ancestors, and unapologetic myself. Yes, it's going to be so freeing for you, Rebecca, to just really kind of be like, I'm not going to give two shits about what anyone else thinks. So yes, I love it. And Monica, hope your healing is going well, and hopefully that you managed that one. Okay, just reach out if anything comes up for you just with that going through the healing process. Ruby, I had many actions, but one is reaching out to guests from my podcast that are big guests. Oh, I love it. Yes. What is a no anyway, right? If you reach out to someone and you don't hear back. But most people are really looking to, get exposure as well. And your podcast is very aligned for that. I mean, if anyone, true to her or true to you? I can never remember. True to you. True to her. True to you. There you go. I was like, I can't remember why I kept thinking that one. So I would really recommend listening into Ruby's podcast. It's really just the way Ruby's a great interviewer. So she really does get a lot out of the experience there as well. So maybe add a link in there if you want. Yes, you can listen to our episode. That was fun. That was really good fun. So if you want to maybe drop in the link, Ruby, for time, or you can find Ruby on, is it Ruby K Marsh on Instagram as well? If anyone wants to connect, obviously we just set this chain up, stick your Instagram down there. or just find me and say, oh, I wanted to connect with such and such, and I'll link you up. But I wanted to say thank you so much for joining, especially at this time of year. It's very easy to be kind of distracted with other things, but to make time for yourself and to make time for how can we be more in service for 2022, I think is a really good thing to do. And so I really appreciate you having there. Oh, Monique, grateful to release what is not. Yes, I love that, Monique. That's a really great one. So thank you. If anyone, we did energy work, so you're going to do lots of water today, tomorrow if it's late for you as well. Most people do sleep well after my light language, so that's always a bonus. And then if anything comes up, kind of like, well, this was weird, well, that was weird, or whatever, please reach out. I really don't want anyone kind of being like, oh, like something's bad happening. Everything today was channeled for your highest and best good. So it's just a matter of just kind of like allowing things to come up. But if anything seems confusing or crazy or whatever, please reach out, whatever channel we normally connect on, and I will support you through that as well. But I also say have a great holiday season. I'm probably going to do something, I think, on the 21st, just for the solstice. I might do a Q&A on Instagram or on here. I haven't decided yet, but I think the Q&As are fun. I can maybe ask some questions for what's where you can be best aligned coming up. So thank you, Satnam, and I look forward to connecting and checking in the chat there. Ruby's got a link up, so I'll just leave that up for a couple more minutes while you get that out.